$50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up, as it'll be the Bisons of Rio de Janeiro taking on the New York Jets. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris, and not a whole lot. Right there on the first down run, he gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Down the right sideline, inside the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 72 yards. And the Bisons are on the board here first in the season opener. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Over here.
Now a play fake. Rodgers can't get away, and he's taken down. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass.
Here we go.
Rodgers again now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Rodgers. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, now Rodgers. Right back to Cook for another completion. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
26.
To throw is Rodgers. And complete right side to Cook. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Nico Hardman from 3 yards out. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, down here, I thought they were going to hand that off. Instead, a well-designed play and the pitch and catch for the touchdown.
And I wonder who came up with it. Was it a call from the bench? Did the quarterback have a good idea and suggest it? In any event, clearly an effective play call. They saw something they liked in coverage, and they targeted it for the short yardage throw.
And the perfect way to cap their opening drive. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural. Mostert hit and he drops the ball. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And this pass going to be caught by Hardman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. Open man is Uzomah. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Rodgers throw taken in by Rucker. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second in a couple.
We are going. Right now, you got 58.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Hey, take 26. Go to me. Go to me.
Now Rodgers. And it's caught. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick it.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Dalvin Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have taken the lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jets 14, Bison 7.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here's Hines. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 77 yards now for Hines on the ground, and that's a 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. They run again with Hines. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from 1st down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Hey, 88. Look at this.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Tua sets up to pass it. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman. Fielded at about the 28. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Pressure comes and down he goes.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Third and 20.
Back north. Line left.
3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted
They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, it is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, it's Tua. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at the shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Tua to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try to help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Defensively, Poona Ford with a tackle there.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nicole Hardman. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. They run with Hines.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 94 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let them get to the second level because some...
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That good for 19 on a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2nd and 1 now from the 21.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Nicole Hardman with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Jets are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First down and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Here's Hardman to return.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards.
And the Jets will take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get it down to the play to the 37.
69 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And this one is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty... Now, Cook hit, and he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now the second-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Check, hurt, hurt! Let's go!
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That first down run could not have turned out worse for a defense because when they came out on the field, their #1 mission, keep them stacked up close to their goal line, and at worst, create great field position for their offense.
Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
First down, Bison.
2 and now on first down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown! Stephon Diggs with career touchdown number 60.
And the Bisons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Bison's 14. Tyler Bass set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now, they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Tried to get it on the edge there, but there was no seal, nowhere to go, had to step out.
Yeah, sometimes the defense just wins those battles because ordinarily the guy setting the edge, offensive tackle, tight end, H-back, someone of that caliber, wasn't there on that play. Defense wins it in a big way, no gain at all for the offense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter what.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
And this returnable for Hines.
44-yard punt, return of 9.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Tua.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset.
3rd and 2.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 15 and a first.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the linebacker, CJ. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Hall again on 2nd down. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.